Om Shanti. Good morning, diamond morning. Today, Baba is speaking about the virtue of happiness. Happiness is our natural state, and the reason why we become unhappy is because of body consciousness. So, the more soul conscious we are, the more we can be pulled towards Baba and experience that original state of happiness to such an extent that it becomes our memorial. And we can do so through our feelings, vibrations, even through our faces. So let's listen to Baba's sweet versions of the 18th of February 2022. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, sweet obedient children, you must always stay in supersensuous joy. You must never cry because you have found the highest on high, Father. Question. Why is the supersensuous joy of you gopis and gopis and not that of the deities remembered? Answer. You have now become the children of God. You are those who change from human beings into deities. Whereas when you have become deities, you will begin to come down and the degrees will then decrease. This is why there is no praise of their happiness. Therefore, it is the happiness of you children that is remembered. And the song of Baba's Murli. The heart says thanks to the one who gives it support.
मुझको सहारा देने वाले दिल कहे तेरा शुक्रिया हो मुझको सहारा देने वाले ये दिल कहे तेरा शुक्रिया ज़माना जो दे ना सका तूने दिया मुझको सहारा देने वाले ये दिल कहे तेरा शुक्रिया.
Om Shanti. Did one say this or two say it? There is Baba and also Dada who said Om Shanti. You have to say that both said it because you know that there are two souls. One is the soul and the other is the supreme soul. All of these are called human beings. You souls have come here to play your parts. There is no question of other religions. Baba only comes in Bharat. Bharat alone is the birthplace. People celebrate the birthday of Shiva, but they do not know how or when he comes. The incorporeal one is called Shiva, and he is also worshipped. People celebrate the birth of Shiva. They also celebrate whatever has happened in the past, but they do not know when he came or what he did. You children now know everything. You can ask anyone, and the question is, whose night are you celebrating? Go to the temples and ask them, who are these? When it was their kingdom? What is your relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul? Who has a relationship with him? They would definitely say that everyone has a relationship with him. He is the Supreme Father of all. So surely everyone must receive the inheritance of happiness from him. At present, it is a world of sorrow. Although people create new inventions, the degrees of sorrow continue to increase because it is now the stage of descending. There are so many calamities. Human beings have to experience sorrow. When there is extreme sorrow, they begin to cry out, and only then does the Father come. At present, all human beings are impure, and this is why this is called the vicious world. There is also sorrow there. In Bible says, there is no sorrow there, in the golden age. You children understand that the drama is predestined. At present, everyone is under the influence of Ravan, the five evil spirits. He is your enemy. There are stages of sorrow. People have now become very tamopradhan because they are all created through vice. The world doesn't know that there is no poison there in the golden age. There's no poison of the vice of lust, etc. They ask, how could children be born there? Tell them, first of all, know the Father and claim your inheritance from Him. Whatever the systems and customs are there, they will continue there. Why do you have these doubts? Someone asked, when Shiv Baba is here, will there be souls in the incorporeal world? Baba says, definitely. Since expansion continues to take place here, it means that there are souls there. However, the first and main thing is to remember the Father. And what else He wants us to remember apart from Him? He says, and the inheritance. What is your connection with those things? When your eyes of knowledge have opened, there will be no more questions to be asked. And of course, that will be the third eye of knowledge. The Father says, remember me and the inheritance. If you simply wish to attain liberation, become Manmanabha. And if you wish to claim the kingdom, become Madhyajipa. You children know who is teaching you. Excuse. The living diamond is sitting in this living container. So Baba is calling himself today the living diamond, and Brahma Baba is this living container. He is also the true Baba. The Supreme Soul speaks through this body. When someone dies, they invoke that soul. At that time, there is the thought that the soul of their father has come. And it is as though there are two souls. Let's pause a bit for some remembrance. That soul comes and takes the fragrance. But in fact, all of that is in the drama. Nevertheless, they receive the reward of their faith. Previously, Brahmin priests had enough power that the souls would come and speak. That soul would be fed with great enthusiasm. They did not know about the soul, that it is a soul that is taking the fragrance. Baba does not even take the fragrance because he is a bhota, beyond experiencing the fruit of action. Souls experience everything. Baba says, I am a bhota. Baba says, a soul experiences everything. Baba says, I am a bhota. A soul accepts the fragrance because he is enslaved by that fragrance. I am not bound by any fragrance. By having yoga with me, your sins will be burnt away. You have to explain. And what you have to explain? Although Shiv Baba is incorporeal, People still celebrate the birthday of Shiva, just as there is the birthday of each soul. When that soul entered a body, Shiva alone is the purifier, whom everyone invokes to come and liberate them from the sorrow of Ravan. At present, the five vices are omnipresent. It is half and half, that is of the cycle. Other religions come when the kingdom of Ravan begins. All of them have to come to play their parts. I come here. You children know that the Father is the one who changes shells into diamonds, is now in this living container. You children know that the Father, the one who changes shells into diamonds, is now sitting in this living container, and that is in the body of Brahma Baba. He is the truth. Shiv Baba is the truth, the living being, and the embodiment of bliss, the ocean of knowledge. You now know this. The Father reminds you, and so you remember him, but then you forget him. The Pope and others have living bodies, and they are very famous. There is so much praise of them. Here, this one is the diamond hidden in this container. No one knows that he only comes once. You children know that Baba is sitting in this one. He is our true Baba and also our true teacher. This is a study place. Some amongst you also forget this. You can understand everything about a person from his activity. Some children fail when they are given a little examination. Otherwise, children say, whatever you feed us, whether you give us love or whether you beat us, ... We will not leave you. And all of that is in the song line. Worthy children are obedient. Baba says, children, you must never cry. You have such a great father and bridegroom, and yet you cry after belonging to him. I am your senior father. I am sitting here. Maya catches hold of you by your nose, and so you cry. It is remembered. If you want to know about supersensuous joy, ask the gopis and gopis. However, Maya makes you forget. You should surrender and sacrifice yourselves to the Father. If you remember this inside, you would feel happy. You children now know that Baba is the true Indra, not the Indra, that is the god of rain, who showers rain. Baba is the Indra of knowledge. A rainbow emerges, and it has many colors. But there are three main colors. Baba is now making you Trikaldarshi. Trikaldarshi means someone who knows the beginning, the middle, and the end. That is Swaradarshan Chakradhara, someone who knows the three aspects of time. You check yourselves in relation to these things. You children know that this is the court of Indra. This is why Baba writes, no vicious, dirty, impure clothes should be present in this gathering. You are the angels who dance the dance of knowledge. The angels of the Indra of knowledge are given in order not to bring any vicious people here. Only those who are vicious come to you children to become viceless. However, you must not bring them into my gathering. We can have them here taking classes, transforming, but if we know they're not following and they're vicious, we cannot take them to Manava. This, Baba says, there is this law. In fact, I speak of others, Baba is saying, there is this law. In fact, I speak to many here. If a child is obedient and worthy, the love of others is drawn to that child, just as everyone had loved poor Gandhi. He did a very good job. You also have to understand this predestined drama. This is being repeated identically. No one can be blamed for it. Ravan has to make everyone degraded. Only you children know these things. What would anyone else know? They speak of the purifier, but they do not know who he is. They do not understand anything. You are the same ones who helped Baba a cycle ago. In the golden age, you will not know how you claimed that kingdom. We would have forgotten everything. But we would naturally be soul conscious, but we wouldn't know the three aspects of talent, what effort we made, etc. Baba says, you now know that the unlimited Father is such a great personality. The Father alone makes Bharat into valuable diamonds from worthless shells. In heaven, there just used to be the original eternal deity religion. This has been established once again. Peace has to be established over the whole world. This is the responsibility of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul alone. Baba comes and makes everyone belong to the Lord and Master. He explains to you how you became orphans and when the kingdom of Ravan began. You did not know this. People continue to make effigies of Ravan and burn them. At this time, it is the descending stage of the path of devotion. The golden age is called the kingdom of Rama. You are now godly children. The degrees continue to decline. You should have great royalty at present. You are those who change human beings into deities. The supersensuous joy of the gopis and gopis has been remembered. It is not said that you should ask Lakshmi and Narayan about supersensuous joy, but it is said of the gopis and gopis because they are godly children. Because Lakshmi and Narayan will not know about the supersensuous joy, even though they are happy in the golden age. Baba says, you become deities and then your degrees decrease. Kings move along with so much splendor, but they are all tamopradhan. When people see the picture of Brahma that you have, they become very confused. You children have pictures of Lakshmi and Narayan. One is in the Trimurti and the other, in which Shiv Baba alone is portrayed, is without the Trimurti. You should keep both of them. If they say anything about Brahma, ask them, whose body should God enter? Brahma and Saraswati become Lakshmi and Narayan. He must definitely enter a body, the body of Brahma, so that Brahmins can be created. How else could there be so many children? These are the children of Brahma, the Brahma Kumaras and Kumaris. You too are Brahma Kumaras and Kumaris. How could the world be created without the Father of people? A new world is being created. You are also that, but you do not believe it. If you do not become Brahmins now, you will not be able to become deities. You also understand that only those whose sapling is to be planted will come here. The Father explains to you so clearly. Baba knows the stage of each one. Some are hungry for one thing, others for fashion, etc. You can come and ask Baba, Baba, am I moving along accurately? In what am I doing right or wrong? So Baba would understand that you do have that fear, in brackets, of doing something wrong. Look how much help Gandhiji received. However, he did not eat anything from that himself. He did everything for his country. That Gandhiji was still a person. But this is the unlimited Baba. Shri Baba is the best of all, and he does everything for the children. You can ask people, why do you give 1 rupee? They say, we give it to Shiv Baba to receive the inheritance for 21 births. None of you should think that you have given to Shiv Baba. Instead, you are receiving the inheritance for 21 births. Baba is the Lord of the poor. He gives you the inheritance for 21 births. You should keep this in your intellects. He uses everything for the children. Gandhiji also used it for a task. He did not collect anything for himself. He gave away whatever he had. Those who give to others never collect anything for themselves. Sannyasis used to leave everything and go away, but now they come back and collect everything. They have a lot of wealth. They have so many flats, etc. In fact, sannyasis should not have even 1 penny in their hands. This is the law. They can never be donors. You have to follow the Father's advice. Baba, all of this belongs to you. I will use it in whatever way you tell me to do. Baba continues to give directions, but you children have to put them into practice. Acha, okay, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say, Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana, first point. Follow the Father's advice at every step. You must sacrifice yourself completely. Sit wherever Baba seats you and eat whatever he feeds you. Become obedient to this extent. Second point. Let your activity be royal and elevated. You are godly children, and you must therefore interact with everyone with great royalty. You must never cry. Baba's blessing for today. May you be multi-million times fortunate and make your fortune elevated on the basis of having pure feelings in an ordinary life. Baba explains the blessing. Bab Dada loves ordinary souls. The Father himself enters an ordinary body. Baba says, even millionaires of today are ordinary. Ordinary children have pure feelings, and the Father needs children with pure feelings, not those with body consciousness. According to the drama, to be ordinary at the confluence age is a sign of fortune. Ordinary children are able to make the Father belong to them, and so they experience fortune as their right. Those who have such a right become multi-million times fortunate. And the slogan for today: when you have a big heart in doing service, an impossible task becomes possible. Om Shanti. Have a powerful day in Baba's